Watch me flex my flow, you'll be the next to know. Spit it hot flambeau, swing them bars like whoa. Grab the remote control, must have called a million times, I'm on the other side, hello. Better watch that stream, caught up in the tractor beam. Scrub that beat with bleach, so when I hit it, bro, I spit it clean. Burn it now, have to turn the furnace down. Y'all don't want this beef, I hit them with a holy cow. Hit them with the verse, got them thinking wow. This ain't a game, kid, why you play around? This that ill spit, them bars are so sick. I'll shock the whole world, anaphylactic. Every single time I spit another rhyme, the planets all align so bright I blind them with my shine. Bro, I'm designed to make your confidence decline. Every line about to blow like stepping on a landmine. Here we go. Here we go.
Welcome to episode 59. I can't believe you guys are still hanging with me. I appreciate it. And man, what a surprise we have in store for you. Not only do we have a special guest, I actually have some stuff written down to get the show going and kind of have some fun with you guys joining me. And you know what? The funny thing is, oh man, we should have been racing this weekend. We had a little bit of bad weather, but you know what? John did not disappoint. That guy is working overtime on his track, his facility, and he's making sure it is world class. Not only that, I even wrote it down. O-Town went Starlink, baby. You know I love Elon Musk and all the craziness he's doing, but now we got some high-speed internet in the most rural area known to man, John's track. Let's face it, everybody that's been to John's track basically is in a dead zone. So having him hook us up with the Starlink is next level. And I appreciate everything that John's doing. But you know what? Oh man, I got to show you a little bit of track porn because he has been putting in a lot of work. Not only has he made it kind of his mission to ensure that we have the best racing surface this season, he's actually changed it up and expanded the lanes. He's actually added a couple new features, and there's something that's even so surprising, I don't even know what it is yet. So I'm going to bring it on. We're going to share this to the stream, and man, if you're not impressed with this track, you might want to check your pulse. Yeah, no, Chris, man, I heard it was awesome. Steve, what's up, buddy? So this right here is what John's cooking up for us and the next event. Unfortunately, we got rained out this weekend, but John doesn't let Mother Nature beat him for long. So let me just play this. We got the birds chirping in the background. But look at this. Look at that. Man, oh man, it looks like a fast track. So let's just go ahead and pause it right there. This new section, I'm hoping you can see my mouse, but this new section right here where you're jumping and stepping down, let me just back it up a little bit, and it's stepping down into the new, I'm going to call it the mini Daytona. And then now we got ourselves a six-pack stepping all the way up into the back of the track. It ain't going to get much better than that. Now, this big boy right here, watch out for the treat Ninja Nelly. But, man, if you carry your speed into this back corner, Daytona is going to be a whole new thing. And then dropping back down into reality, we got the back section with this tight 180 coming back right towards the bleachers, which is where all the racing action happens. His new, I guess, I know he put the new line in there for keeping track of the scoring. Everybody saw the hits, saw the results, and it looks good. But now that he has a sweeper kind of coming into the front straight, man, I feel that you're going to be able to carry so much speed coming down into the front straight here that good thing he supported the fence with the trees is all I'm saying, because I used every inch of that fence last time when we had to step up to the summit mountain. So I'm kind of curious to see the new racing lines as they develop. And you know what? I'm very curious to see what the new lap times are going to be for the next race that he has. Speaking of next races, you know what's going on? We actually have our first race locally, and I gotta bring it up. I hope that a lot of people can show up, and it's gonna be awesome. I know we're not gonna have any bad weather for our event, but if you're not sure, this is the little promo that Jeff was able to produce for us, and you better be ready. Well, May 7th, Spark RC up in Kingsville, we are gonna have a blast, and hopefully you can join us out there for our first event of the season. So, with that being said, we got quite a few people joining us, and what better time to bring in my special guest? He is all the way on the other side of the planet. I don't even realize how late it is there or how early. I think it's like bedtime for this guy. I'm happy he stayed up to be on the show and be a part of it, because he has been taking names and he's been doing so fantastic where he's from. I've been following him. He's been doing the on-road thing, kind of like what we're doing, and he's slowly transitioning into the off-road, kind of like what we're doing. So without further ado, I'd like you to introduce Ashley to the show. What's going on, big guy?
Hey guys, how we doing?
So, as you guys may or may not know, if you've been following Ross Racing, you never know. You might have seen him on episode number 5. So back in the day, he was on helping me get this whole thing started. And man, I appreciate that. It was so much fun having you on last time. So what's new and what you been up to, bud?
Um, I've been keeping racing quite a lot, but the weather's been a bit rubbish over in the UK. But I've been doing a lot of on-road touring cars. So,
Nice. We
um,
we've been doing the on-road stuff too, and I'm happy that it's over. But I did learn a lot about setup, and if it wasn't for Steve, Douglas, and Rob say pushing me to work on my stuff in between rounds, which is like, man, you got to stay up on that stuff. Uh, I'm happy it's over, but I'm looking forward to the off-road dirt. It just we got to get our weather under control here too.
yeah, for us it's been difficult because of the weather. But I've only been out about four times with them outdoor this year so far, which has not been ideal for me for national prep, which nationals are 2 weeks away for us. So hopefully we'll be all right. But we learnt a lot what the last few meetings as well. But and we were racing yesterday, which well, it's about Monday morning AM over here. But me and yesterday Sunday I was racing.
Right.
So
Well, a lot of people don't know where you're from. Can you refresh everybody's memory where you're from, because they're definitely hearing the accent.
I'm from the United Kingdom, so UK. It's about 1:10 in the morning here.
Jeez Louise, thank you for staying up. I appreciate it, man.
I know, stay up, so I know, so don't know go bed till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So my
Geez.
usual.
So I got a question for you. What are you going to be working on this season? Because I know last season you were like a weapon in 8 scale, and I seen what you were messing around with behind the scenes with the camera. So I'm kind of curious what you're working on.
At the moment, I've got a national 2 weeks, but I'm trying to do the regionals, like 10 skill regional, what we have around in the UK, which are on AstroTurf, which is say interest to say the least.
Yeah. That's a different
I'm
surface
just
than what we're used to.
I'm just finished off my carpet car. I had it for
Ooh,
a while, but I never had a chance to finish it off.
nice.
It's the Sworkz S14. So it just need electric sorting at the moment, which that probably be late in the week job.
Hey, we actually have a question for you, bud.
Go
Is
on.
there any tracks in Scotland that catch you check out in June?
I think there's a few tentacle ones. They're not such 8 scale ones, I don't think. But I know one of my teammates races up Scotland quite a lot in 10 scale, but I can't remember what track it is up there. But there's a
Nice.
few on. But if you check the brc.org, that should tell you information about all the tracks in the UK, basically.
Yeah, and if you have time, if you just tag your friend on the comment, then he can actually answer and get the actual link to whatever
Yeah,
she's traveling, and she'll definitely check it out. So she's been racing for quite some time now.
that's
Oh,
right.
another question for you, man. I love it. Do you prefer dirt or turf? I've always been curious about running on turf. Me too. Me too. I've never tried it yet.
For me, I prefer dirt,
Okay.
but it's I like sometimes like get on AstroTurf. It depends how it is. If it's wet, I thought no, it's not a thing. So
So So, like, is the grip massively different on AstroTurf? To me, it seems like you guys have tons of grip on the turf.
in UK we have on dirt we have like oil tracks, like they
Okay,
put oil down on the track to keep track consistent.
nice.
Um, which keeps track together mostly. That's the only thing we can use in the UK.
Okay,
Get away with for most tracks. Um, I know some clubs just run AstroTurf just for ease and maintenance, but we in the UK we only got like 6, 7 dirt tracks in the UK at the moment. We used to have loads like 5, 6 years ago, but now it's just gone because of the issue of landlords, etc. So
yeah. Now, over in the UK, do you guys do it as a club or is it just privately owned stuff?
what do you mean by that?
Well, okay, so for us, we have thankfully John Blakely, and I showed you that track, but that's a
Yeah.
one-man show. We also have the Barnyard, which is also coming up this weekend, so hopefully they have good weather for their race. It's kind of a family show because at least he has a son that's able to actually, help out. And then we have Crestwood, which is more like a group of guys trying to help each other out, which is cool. And then we have Spark, which is my home track, which is like kind of like a committee, but we don't have like a big club that like groups their money together to promote the hobby. I'm not sure how you guys operate down there.
For around most of the UK, there's pretty much like a club, basically a load of clubs around the UK. Different clubs, like you got like 8 scale, 10 scale, 5th scale, touring cars. Like there's
Nice.
so many clubs around the UK, it's unbelievable.
So there's no lack of it. It's just the tracks kind of shrunk a little bit because of the issues that you guys were
It, it,
facing.
it depends. There's not many dirt tracks. The some Astro tracks for 8 scale. There's loads of 10 scale tracks for 10th scale for AstroTurf. But the problem is, I think it's down. People like it's down to cost and rent these days because the cost goes up in the UK.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's going up. It is insane how expensive everything's getting. So John would like to know how big is S-Works in the UK? I'm kind of
Um,
curious too.
it's pretty big. For starters, it started under back in 2000s in the early 2010s, I think.
Okay.
which I only just started back in 2010, end of 2010, on end of 2012, sorry. Asphalt was quite small then. Then coming to now, that 10 plus years later, it's like probably the biggest team at nationals, probably the biggest team, and
Really?
it is. Basically, we've got like at most
So
national events, we have probably big gazebos full with the team.
nice. I'm trying to
But
build up, man. I am trying to get to that level in Canada.
yeah,
Oh man, I feel like we're coming out swinging, and I'll get into it a little bit later. But we won our first championship of the early 2023 season, thanks to one of our drivers. So I'm super stoked about that.
that's
And
good.
Noah, my car's are ready to hit the dirt for a double header weekend at the Barnyard and Line 29. Jeez, it's gonna be a busy weekend, man. That's 3 events in one weekend. I hope for good weather for everybody. So I know that you were running the Nitro buggy. You were running the Nitro truggy too, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I do run truggy, yes. I haven't run it since um, July last year, but I'm running the truggy nationals this year, but I've
Nice.
not got around to it just yet. So
So you save that for the bigger events, correct?
um, I only get the truggy out if there's a big event.
Yeah.
But the the problem is the truggy class in the UK at club events is not that big. It's nitro buggy, really.
Same here.
Same.
Truggy is the only place that I've seen where Truggy is truly huge is in the United States. Truggy is massive over
Hmm.
there, and you know what? I don't think they're dying out anytime soon just because of the U.S. market alone. It's pretty cool. But speaking of big events and big races and all that, I know I was talking to you about it earlier, but did you see any of the results from the 2023 Filipino Masters?
I have. I've been keep an eye on it. I know we won the truggy class. Mika won the truggy class.
Yes,
Then
sir.
we came second. Mika came second. Nitro buggy behind the two-time mobile champion, which is Davide, who's unstoppable at the moment.
Unstoppable. Like he's on fire for sure.
Yeah,
'Cause-
nobody can touch him at the moment.
Agreed. So there's the V-Day
Yeah,
race there.
and probably a big shout out to that young lad on the right hand side, Christian Wall, if I pronounce his name right, Water or whatever his name is, but come for his
Yeah,
back
he's
from Australia, come from
absolutely.
Australia to race that event is pretty awesome to see.
But I can't be more happy with like the exposure that Sworkz is getting all over the place. Like
Mm,
I'm blown away by how well that Sworkz is performing all over the place, and it's just been super cool to be along with this ride. And man, it's you know what I'm not looking back. That's for sure.
yeah, it's growing for sure. It took a long time, but in the UK now it's pretty big. So
Hey, mom.
it's like it's like in it's like what do you call it? Like it's like a club event. It's like the club event, like local clubs with small expert cars going at it.
Nice.
It's like
Now I know when we started last year, nobody really knew who we were. John came out of the gate swinging. He won our first ever
mhm.
championship for Sworkz, which was awesome. And now I feel that 2023 is going to be even better. And I feel that everybody's got a better feel for their cars. The team is just coming together. Everybody's helping everybody out. And I couldn't be prouder to be at the helm of the ship. And these guys giving me the opportunity to help support them is just top notch. I'm like humbled by it, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, it's like in the UK we got like Peter Eden who runs the distribution for Asperger's in the UK. He's been doing for a while. he's the top man. But it's like we've got like load of fast young gun coming through the ranks as well. It's unbelievable. It's like I think we got like 6 juniors coming through the rank, 5, 6 juniors at national event, which is awesome to see.
Yep. That is crazy. So what is your first big off-road event for the season, or the next big one coming up in the UK?
Next big one would be the BRC Nationals.
And when
Round
is
one
that?
at Hearts, 2 weeks today.
Ooh, good luck,
Well,
man.
2 weeks this week. 2 weeks this weekend. Basically, it's a 2-day event.
Nice, because I know next weekend is going to be the Silver State, so that's going to be super cool to see.
That
And
see how that goes with the team.
oh yeah, hello, Greg. How many people are on the Sworkz team in the UK? That's a
God,
good question.
there's quite a lot. I'm not gonna getting the numbers, or I'll probably forget people, but there's loads. It's unbelievable. You got like top drivers like in UK. If you got Elliott's like coming in for the national series. Elliott Booth.
Yeah.
You got Young Gun with Dylan Saunders, who's super fast. Is young still. Then you got what do you call it? You got a few others as well.
Matt, what's
So-
up, bud? So
So-
you're basically saying, without bragging, that you guys got a stacked team in the UK.
I say we got the biggest team in the UK at the moment.
Nice. And like you're saying, it's at all levels too, because at the local level, it's important because that's where the grassroots of it is, and that's what basically gets everybody into the hobby, right?
It is. That's correct, because we want to make sure everything. We'll make sure the people who at the get into RC and want a good car, what's not cost so much and very easy to get set up into it.
Yeah, no, that is awesome. Now, there's been a couple changes to your program that I've been following in the off season. Now, do you want to touch on any of that stuff? Do you want to show off any cool gear?
For this year, I've changed tire programs from T-Pro to Hot Roast, because
Ooh, man.
going from T-Pro to Hot Race, at the moment I'm struggling to towards the end of mid of last year, I was struggling to get tires.
Okay.
So I was using other brands like Heart Race, Six Mech, everything. Then we did a bit of testing towards the end of last year. We found the Hot Race is probably the best tires / compound out there.
Okay.
So it's
a lot of
really
people
good.
are trying them in Canada now too. So
Yeah, especially with ties on them as well. Tire
yeah,
Testament.
and looking good because he might be one of my picks for going into Silver Straight on a strong note.
Yeah, there's many picks you can pick from Silver State.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a stacked house. It's going to be so much fun to watch all the qualifying going through there for sure. But
77 heats.
77 heats. That's what they're up to already.
That's what they've tried to max out. 77 heats. Yeah, that's what they're saying. What I've seen.
Yeah, so it's going to be tough to keep up with that.
The three drivers away from 1,100 entries. What to understand?
That is just awesome to see.
Just crazy.
Yeah. Well, Joey's putting this on as race number 2 of a 4-race series, which is happening in the States. And for Joey to try and pull that off, I know he's got a push from Keenan from the No Name RC podcast to try and have like something where all the pros race the pros more often. And let's face it, it would be so cool to see all the top drivers be able to meet up and actually race. But I'd love to see them be able to travel to Europe too, because it's not fair that only the Europeans come to the United States and not vice versa. And I understand what the number one reason why the United States guys don't like going to the overseas is because you guys have permanent tracks.
That's correct. We
Super
don't.
tough
We
for them to come in.
not like the. Plus, our tracks are a lot more different than the Americans. A
Yeah,
lot more
but like,
flatter.
do you remember the Neo race?
I attended that, right? I only live about half an hour from the near race.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous because that race is what the Americans want overseas. When they go to an overseas race, they want a temporary track that's fair for everybody, and that way it levels the playing field. They don't care what surface they're on, they don't care what the layout is, they just want it to be fair. You know what I mean? And I get that.
The problem was the near race was good,
Yeah.
but I know the DXR lads who build the track
Yep.
and the Phil as well had issues with trying to sort a deal out for 2018.
Okay.
That's when he went to Rotterdam, Spain.
Oh,
Then straight straight to 2019. They named it as the DXR Dirt Kings, basically,
yep.
and that was an awesome event as well. That's the last one before. We were meant to have one 2020, but COVID came into it.
Yeah, wrecked it for everybody. But John has another question for you. What is the nitro motor of choice in the UK? That's a good
Um,
question.
well, I run the Reds engines, and
Seen it.
many
Yeah.
people don't know. Um, there's quite a lot of run Reds. Quite a lot of people run OS based engines,
Okay.
FXs, especially how depends what choice they have. But personally, I feel like the Reds are at the what I've seen at a national draft going up a few weeks ago. There's like Reds was the most popular one.
I figured Steve would like that comment because he's a huge Reds guy, and Steve is one of our local fast guys. Not only is he fast on road, he's fast off road. He's fast in space. This guy's just wicked fast, and his pit area is just dialed. Was that new?
Yeah, it's been new to Anchor.
Ooh, man. Oh, so hey,
Only came Saturday.
Me and Noah both want to know: does anybody race short course over there?
I know I know the class. I know they got like a track. I know they got a series, a BRJ series, but I know it's not as popular as
Hmm.
the state. I said this. We not fully grown in the UK.
Yeah. Well, I know that if it wasn't for John kind of reigniting the short bus like flame, it was kind of medium. It was like maybe two heats, and he ballooned it up. People are buying the brand new techno lightweight short course. People are
Mm.
getting everything else, and like we have some awesome competition. I think he threw the race last weekend for me just to make me feel a little bit better, but I'll take it any way I can. But we definitely love short course locally. That's for sure. I know Coop likes the short course because he was flying out there last weekend. But we definitely have some fun with it because for us, I like having the closed fenders and a little bit of beating and banging. And you know what? A little rub in this racing never hurt nobody.
Yeah, I know that in the states they're a bit more popular. The short courses are a lot more
So,
popular than UK.
what is your favorite class?
My favorite class to be 1/8 nitro buggy.
Oh, Nitro's the glory, as Keenan says. But yeah, it's definitely a fun class. I got to witness a phenomenal run from Andrew last weekend. It was super cool. I was able to pit for him, which is a rare thing because, man, it was pretty cool to see him go. Yes, thank you for tuning in, buddy. We will see you later. And if you can, we're going to have a giveaway for show 60, which is going to be the Silver State race recap. So make sure you check back for all the details on that. But I'm going to be posting that shortly. Let's see here. I'll just throw it in right now just so people know. So I'm wondering, when you go to an event, what's your setup and program like? Like, you get the pit with all the Sworkz
Hmm.
team, and you guys like kind of all have like your ducks in a row, I'm guessing, because if you've been, how long have you been part of Sworkz for now?
Um, this is my 7th year.
Geez, that's awesome. 7 years, eh? So, when you show up to an event, do they normally have the tent set up, or do you have to get them set up
Um,
yourself?
Mostly they have the gazebos always set up because with the national events they're sat in Sunday, but some of them
Mhm.
are on Friday to set up
Okay.
the gazebos. But most of the gazebo mostly set up, but I just take my S-Works one just in case.
Now, I see. I think that I need to step up to an S-Works gazebo because I have just the plain Jane white one. Now we have all the S-Works banners and stuff like that. We put up a carport last weekend, and it was super cool to have the team pitting together and underneath the same tent. But I would definitely like to look a little bit more professional,
Mm,
and having those S-Works canopies, man, it's just like the icing on the cake.
yeah, it'd be a bit more like exposure for the brand.
Absolutely. Now, I'm curious, what is your format like? Is it just 8 scale buggy? That's like, there's no intermediate, there's no beginner, there's no like, is it
Nope, just nitro buggy.
so just one class? And
Yeah.
then is it nitro buggy and e buggy, or do you guys not run e buggy that much?
E-buggy at national events is popular, but it's only just one class. It's like a club events, they might combine them together
So for the
sometimes.
most part, you're focusing on 8 scale nitro buggy.
Yeah, mainly.
Nice, nice. Now, are you guys under that weird fuel thing that Europe had to go through where you had less nitro now, or does that not affect
No,
you guys?
not us. It's
Okay,
only in
cool.
Europe. UK is fine.
All
We
right.
can
So
run
then you guys,
25%.
yeah, so you guys are still good.
If we go to Europe, we got to run the fuel. You know, the
Yeah,
60% fuel. If we go to European Championships or whatever.
yeah. Now, what's the farthest that you're going to travel this year for an event?
Mm, that's gonna be the first national in 2 weeks. It's about a 3 hour drive, I think.
Oh, and see, we consider that close in Canada.
Yeah, I think that's the furthest we're going. I think so.
So John wants to know, have you ever heard of the team battery charger? Because I'm not 100% sure what he's talking about for that.
Are you on about the Aspect branded ones?
Yeah, I'm just running
What
the
MW
high tech.
sells?
Actually, I think, let me see. I don't know if you can. Oh no, you can't see it. But my charger's like right over there. Yeah, you can't see it. But yeah, I just have a high tech charger. But that's what I was working on this weekend. I had one of my top pilots come over, and he noticed something wrong with my buggy from the race, and he's like, it was driving him nuts. He had to come and fix it for me and show me exactly how to set it up better for next time, because he felt like I gave one away last weekend, and I couldn't be happier from the support, because for him to take his time to travel all the way from Windsor to
Mm,
Tilbury to help this guy out, much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. But it's part of being a team, right? And you know what? He went out of his way to try and help me out, and it actually went even a step further because now my son is working on both his buggy and truggy, and my daughter is going to copy the shock package setup. And I don't know if you could see it. And I'm curious if you're doing the same thing. Can you see the package right underneath my buggy?
Yes.
It is for the new bladders. Are you running bladder or are you running emulsion in the UK?
At the moment, I'm running the Sworkz bladder. I'm still messing around with stuff.
Oh
Um,
man, me,
I
me,
was
me.
running bladder the last couple of years with the fast race shot cap, but
Okay.
I've been trying out the expert ones. But I did try a couple of years ago with the emulsion, but I think the emulsion is for smooth tracks and bladders for like rough tracks.
Yeah, I've been going through a whole bunch of different pistons. I almost pulled the trigger and tried the MIP. I still have them, but I haven't pulled the trigger just quite yet.
I have tried them. They're not they're not good. For me, they're not good. They struggle in UK more.
Well, they seem like a one trick pony, right? Like it's like I don't know.
Mm.
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how that goes for
I
sure.
know I know in my World Edition car we're in the new 8-hole piston
Yep.
at the moment, which are decent at the moment.
The thing that I
So
like about the new 8-hole pistons, if you're referring to the gray ones, I
hmm
love that they have a thicker sidewall. So it creates a little bit more turbulence inside when you're trying to get that packed. So I'm excited to try
yeah,
them.
they've really gone a bit more like dirt, like the side of them is like a bit more durable, I think.
I agree. Now, you said that you built the world's kit for your nitro, correct?
I've been running it for the last couple of meetings.
Nice. Now, do you find
I
that it
ran
has
it.
more flex?
I ran it yesterday. Struggled quite a bit because of the rain we had like in the morning of the
Mhm.
event, which was like basically like like a heavy rain shower,
Well,
and it
we got
stayed
rained
wet.
out.
No, not rained out, but it stayed wet for most of the event until the third and fourth quali when you start drying up. Then by the finals, it started to dry up, and I found a bit more pace with something
So it
in
was
the car.
chasing tires and trying to stay clean and consistent.
Yeah, tires more, and
Mhm.
got to get the car good. But we made the tire change last minute, the last minute before the A main, because just made the A main in buggy because I was struggling all day. I went from a like a Bangkok V2 to a Sahara
Okay.
white, and 100% they were a better tire choice in the end. Basically, if you compare that like a Sahara to Pro version, it's like a matrix, like a
Okay.
bar tire. So
Now, did you feel that it gave you more on power like grip? Is that what you're looking for?
um, it gave me a lot more grip and a lot more side in the corners and a lot more steering.
So you were able to carry better corner speed, which is what I learned from on road.
Yeah, it,
Nice.
it was. It felt really aggressive and really like you could push the car quite a
And
lot.
honestly, yeah, that's what you want. Now, I know you're working on the wheeler. What are you going to be using that for? Are you going to be using that for the
With
local club?
you know about the full wheel.
Yeah.
Um, I'm hoping to smash to prevent this year. Um, but it depends what happens with regional slash. I'll be this probably be my carpet car as well, so I'm probably going to do some indoor stuff towards the end of the year.
Nice.
So
So you're basically focused on 8-scale nitro at the moment then.
at the moment, yes.
Nice.
Then when it comes to winter, it'd be 10 scale indoors and thingy.
Yeah, so I know Noah has his stuff ready to rock. He's been itching like crazy to come out. He's been sending me pictures of all his builds and stuff like that. So I'm super excited for him and his dad to kind of make their debut out at the barnyard. And like he said, he's going to be doing a double header. He gets to race 2 events in one weekend. Now, I don't know if Ross Racing's going to be able to pull it off. I'm going to be at one for sure. But if I have to work Saturday, unfortunately, duty calls, and I'll only be at the Sunday event. But either way, we will see you soon. I can't wait. And then don't forget. Oh man, yeah. So he did the backflip, like, was just epic, man. It was so cool. And then Coop's doing the 5th scale race too Sunday, which is crazy. I haven't tried a 5th scale yet, but I have a basher that I know would do awesome on line 29's layout, and I can't wait to try that out. Like, we literally have 5 tracks, another one being made as we speak, and they're about ready to drop a new track. So I can't wait to come out. Coop, man, I'm definitely going to take you up on that offer, bud. I can't wait to try, and I hope it's a short course too. I like the buggies. I like the 5th scale buggies, but I want to try a short course. You know me. But man, so before I let you go, is there anybody you would like to thank and get like your sponsors out of the way or anything like that?
I want to thank. I'm probably going to forget a few people, but I want to thank everyone who supported me and the people who are watching online on here tonight, and hopefully I'll see you soon.
Heck yeah. Don't forget your parents too. I'm sure your
Yeah,
parents are a big part of your program too. So you know what? You're making them
yeah, they
proud.
are.
I've seen all the
Especially,
results, and you
especially my
just keep
dad.
getting better and better each time. And you know what, man? Next time we won't wait so long. We'll try and get you back on for a recap. Hopefully, right before we transition to the indoor on road again, me and you will get together. We'll do another chat.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming on, and I will definitely talk to you later.
Okay, see you later.
Cheers. All right, man. That was awesome, man. I can't believe he stayed up just to be on our show. I am so super stoked that he actually made it. I thought that he wouldn't make it the entire half hour, but he was a trooper. 45 minutes later, he was still going strong. I couldn't be more proud of him for jumping on board. I appreciate it. And you know what? Things are just about to get heated. We got to talk a little bit about Silver State. Silver State is going to be our next big event. And I know I've tried to give away stuff on the show before, and it never really works. So this is what we're going to do this time. We're going to have some fun with it. I need you to comment your top 3. Maybe what I'll do is I'm going to start a different post because I want everybody to have a shot at winning some cool prizes. We got some stuff from Cal RC. We got a couple other things from Sworkz Canada. So we want to make sure we get you guys some free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff? The only catch is shipping is on your dime, or you have me bring it to a track and I can just hand it off to you. But I want to know what your top 3 picks are going to be for Silver State. If you want to comment now, I'll try and copy and paste it over. If you want to wait for the post on the Ross Racing Facebook page, you can do that too. Because you know what? Right now, we got something huge going on, and the support couldn't be better. We got a brand new S12 2C Evo. Not only do we have the C, but we also have the D. This is the brand new 10 scale Sworkz buggy that just released. Like, there's only a few people in Canada that actually have this buggy, and you could be the next one to get your hands on it. So all you got to do is head on over to Ross Racing, pick your numbers, and boom, hopefully we can give it away by next weekend. I definitely think it's going to be an awesome buggy. I know that the Barnyard's good for the 10 scale. I know Spark's good for the 10 scale. I think that this is going to be a competitive buggy, and I can't wait to show it off. If you haven't seen the videos, I've been messing around with the wheeler, and man, I can't wait to get this to Spark this weekend. Of course, I'm running the full Tekin setup in this beast, and I got the John McDonald special tires. Mine should be in by Tuesday, so thank you, John, for letting me borrow the tires, because I was not running anything wheeler in a couple years, like 5 years now. Last time I owned a wheeler was a TLR, and it had the belt drive in my TLR. Almost to the point where I didn't get into touring car just because I didn't want to mess with belts. Jonathan, holy cow, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I agree with most of that, but where in the heck has Mayfield been? Jeez Louise, that guy's like kind of falling off the map. But I do feel that Fenn and Rifkin are both on a tear right now, and they are definitely doing super good. So I got everything almost done. The last thing that I wanted to talk about, get one to mostly use. Oh, see, look at this guy. He's still up and answering stuff for everybody. So, John, he's not using the team charger, but hopefully get one soon. Most people are using Sky RC and Team Orion in the UK. But Jonathan's got Fenn first, Mayfield second, Ripken third for Nitro Buggy. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to have to be a little bit more specific, because for the top 3 drivers, we are only going to do it in the Nitro Buggy 8 scale A main. So we're going to post that up, have some fun with it. But the last thing that I wanted to talk about tonight was the first big event of the season. And it is at my home track. It is going to be the summer shootout, which is at Spark RC Raceway. That is coming up on June 1st, or sorry, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So hopefully everybody can make it out there. And don't forget, it's going to be a doubleheader weekend. Not only do we have the Spark Summer Shootout, we also have the Barnyard Brawl. So I'm going to get a little like package together for the next show so I can actually show off the event, the coverage, stuff like that. We're going to try and bring some cameras to Spark, because Spark also has the new Wi-Fi setup. So we're going to try and bring you all the racing action live from the summer shootout. And then I know that the boys at the Barnyard have everything taken care of there. So I'm definitely gonna be checking it out. And if I can help complement what the Barnyard's doing, let me know, and I will definitely jump on board with that. Ashley, I think Born Horse is gonna win the Nitro Truggy, and I hope he does well in the buggy. But I feel Brandon Rose is definitely the new up-and-comer on the Sworkz team. And look out for Camden Lime. Camden has been putting in major work, and I think he put golf and sports on the back burner to focus more on RC, and his results are speaking volumes for that new change. So it's going to be good for sure. Also, I wouldn't mind setting up some kind of calendar so everybody knows what's going on in Ontario and locally. I know I got all my race dates right here. We got it all coordinated. I pretty much have all my time booked off of work. I only need to bank a few more hours in order to pull it off. I was able to bank again yesterday. Thank God for bank time. And you know what? It's going to be one heck of a 2023 season. One of the things that Wes Seeger from Spark was talking about was having a constructor championship. Now, how's that going to work? We're going to do it virtually. We're going to take the results from all the big events all over Ontario, and we're going to compile the results, and that's going to crown the championship for that team. Is it going to be Sworkz? I think so. Is it going to be Techno? Is it going to be Hot Bodies, AE, TLR, Mugen? I don't know. Miyako, man, Matt was watching, and he had a phenomenal first event out there with the Miyakos, and I was able to get one going just the other day for one of his drivers. So I'm looking forward to seeing the battles, and it's going to be virtually because I know not everybody can be everywhere, and not everybody has the ability to race all the events, but we're going to have some fun with it, and who knows, maybe we can throw our resources together and get a couple prizes going. You never know. But until next episode, stay tuned and we're going to have some fun with it. So check out Ross Racing on the Facebook page for all the latest and greatest news. I'm going to try and be a little bit more active now that I have a skosh more time and things are finally starting to calm down from the winter hustle and bustle. And I feel that, you know what, we're going to have some fun. So hopefully you can join me and get this outdoor off-road thing kicked off right and just see how much fun we can have when we get together for a little RC fun. Until the next show, you guys have fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.